So you rip a piece of paper, wad it up, and you spit on. No.
What? No, not that one. It's the one where you spit on the baseball and you kind of rub it a little bit, and then when you throw it, is that the one? No, I don't think that's it.
I think you have her pull you off, and for lube, you have her spit on it. And,
right. No, it's when she spits on your balls so you can fit them in her asshole.
And welcome back for another episode of Spitballing with Learning the Curse. I'm not Charles Darwin, and I'm certainly not Charlie Under the Table, because that just sounds dirty and racial.
Yeah. And I'm not Adam Lambert. You don't sing for Queen.
But I wish I did.
Yeah.
But I'm no Freddie Mercury.
No.
I got to see that movie when it comes out, too.
Right.
It's fucking awesome. Today we are spitballing once again, part 3. Because we love spitballing on every episode.
Yeah, but I mean, we kind of do every episode, but
when we can just get all the other stuff out of the way and just have a fun time spitballing, it's awesome.
Have a field day.
Yes. I don't know what you're doing, but I went with it. So we're going for the Unholy Trinity.
Wait a second.
Part 3.
Let's lube up.
Yeah, what do we have? Speaking of lubing up.
I got us some...
I've got no fingernails. I can't open this shit.
Big Wave Golden Ale. It's the same people that made the beer that we had with David Hasselhoff on it. This one has Moana on it.
Call back. That was quite a while ago when we had that. You got to dig deep in the crates. We're not going to tell you what episode. We're going to make you go listen. Like, that's the one thing that they'll want to go back and listen to everything to find out.
Oh, that's smooth.
It is.
That's a smooth beverage.
Refreshingly smooth.
Yeah. Always fills you up and kind of lets you down. Yeah. Like your father. No, wait. Why is he filling you up? Mandela effect.
Charles Darwin, I am your father. Wait.
Cool.
So
you teach me that force choke thing?
Oh yes, check this out.
Okay.
Like a little pinch across the room. I get you.
I just start giving randos like hand jobs. Force touch.
Why are you pinch waving in the air with both hands?
It's just like, like this guy just jizzed in his pants. How do you know?
Two-hand touch.
Oh wait, one's going in the rectum. Somebody's eyes bulge. Fucking.
So
I shouldn't have telekinetic powers.
No, we need to talk about that again sometime. Telekinesis will be another episode. We always come up with ideas for episodes.
What about telekinephews?
Telekinephews, yeah. Telekinesis. Telekinance.
Yeah.
Telekinance. Oh my God, that sounds like
uncles.
Sounds like Teen Spirit.
You guys smell that?
Yeah. It smells like shit.
It smells like green spearmint.
We do that at work sometimes. You
know,
with certain people that I won't mention, but when they're just being shitty and like, oh fuck, what's that smell? So we got to get it where we can get it.
Yeah.
And that sounds dirty. But
I like it.
Small victories. So we're actually in the dictionary.
Oh, yes.
But the Urban Dictionary.
It was the Urban Dictionary.
And I put us there, but
thanks, man.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, it works. It was approved and it's on there.
So go. Oh, you've probably, if you heard any number of episodes by us, you've heard of the bearded pepper.
Right.
We won't tell you for the millionth time what the definition is because it changes a little bit every time. But go to Urban Dictionary.
We're building the mythology of the bearded pepper.
Yes. Go on Urban Dictionary right now. Pause this fuck this episode.
Yeah.
No, don't fuck this episode. I mean,
you
unless
can.
you're into that kind
that's
of thing.
What you're into, yeah.
ASMR.
Whatever gets you rocks off, honey.
Yeah. And the socks.
Yeah.
But go to Urban
Don't
Dictionary.
Get your rocks off in my socks, though.
Go to Urban Dictionary.
I don't like to squish when I walk. But yeah, Urban Dictionary. Look up bearded pepper.
Bearded pepper.
Or if you Google bearded pepper, the Urban Dictionary definition should come up.
Have
you tried it? Just Googling it?
No.
I'm going to do it real quick. I'm going to Google it.
And while he's Googling
I'm going to smoogle it.
Check us out on all the social medias. Hit us up if you enjoy our show. Let your peoples know and your peoples know and your enemies too and your preacher.
Yeah. Go to
check the church.
ageofradio.org.
And check out us and all the other people on the .orgers. I mean, the Age Radios.
Yeah. Urban Dictionary, bearded pepper.
Fuck yeah.
August 28th, 2018. The result of copulation between a man and a cursed... Okay, I'm not going to say anymore. You guys got to look it up and read it.
Go check it out.
It's amazing. It's literally like...
a real definition.
It's like the first actual thing that's on there is the Urban Dictionary. That's cool.
Bearded pepper.
Yeah.
Yes. Expect
And then
more.
a bunch of shit about bearded dragons, but
Yeah. Oh, I'll make some shit up about a fucking bearded dragon, damn it.
Roar.
Oh, yeah, reptiles. So, all right. Today we are spitballing on a little bit of everything paranormal. Chuck and I are going to go deep.
And hard.
I know. Call back. I was
back.
waiting to see if you knew that. On several delicious questions and ideas. So sit back and enjoy another.
I like Swiss cheese.
I do too. Mm-hmm. I like Turkish cheese and German cheese and Romanian cheese.
Yeah.
Romano.
Ray Romano.
Making you take a shit.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond. So sit back and enjoy another salon-style episode.
Ooh.
I mean, this qualifies as a salon. Intellectual spitballing at my house.
Oh, I thought you were gonna fix my hair.
Well, if you want to do my hair, I won't stop you.
I'll braid the short and curlies.
Oh no, that would hurt. They'll just pop out.
Yeah. We'll just pluck them out and make false mustaches.
We're making a false mustache with the. We're not gonna tell you where we get those hairs from.
No.
From a land down under.
Oh yes.
So
they're Australian, mate.
Australian, crikey. We get it around the cloaca.
So what we do here, right, is we get all of these hairs and we put them into a configuration so you can have a goatee.
Like a configurate.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
And then you can put them on the side for your mutton chops.
Oh, good old Australians. Vowels.
Vowels. I will buy a vowel, you son of a bitch.
Oh, God, I got to do Yanny.
Laurel. That was stupid.
So, today's questions, I was very specific. In
South Pacific?
The South Pacific. And, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I wanted to nail a little something for every type of paranormal.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, first off, ufology.
Yes. Ufology.
Whether the pilots and occupants are alien, human, synthetic, or extra-dimensional, or anything. Anything that flies a UFO.
Right.
Do you think UFO pilots abide by any laws?
As far as like
people driving on the road or
I
mean they should,
so
right?
You want to know if they have
laws,
motor laws,
right?
And with those laws, are those laws put in place by their species
or our government or some kind of mixed kind of government between the two, betwixt? I mean, and who would police them? Who polices that?
Sasquatch.
I mean, there were concerns about that. Like,
so good.
I know,
that beer
right?
is so good.
Why are there no flying cars? I'll tell you why. Because it would be hard as fuck to police that.
The government is trying to
hold us down, literally to the ground. But yeah,
they have a car that runs on water, man.
So, do you think they would have any laws, or are they just kind of going willy nilly?
I think that I think I've discussed it before. What my opinion on it is. I don't think that alien spacecraft is each individual craft is coming here from far distances.
No, yeah.
There has to be a closer
encounter.
Well, like a fucking aircraft carrier.
They got a little
of sorts
hub or pub
somewhere. And I think again we talked about it either being in the ocean or
So you think they have their own kind of air and sea traffic
Yeah, they have
control?
like air traffic control, I think.
Yeah, fuck yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I could dig that.
I think so. I mean,
because if they did traverse the stars, I mean space between the stars, we've discussed this before. Yes. Their laws from wherever are not going to apply here. Nobody's going to police that. So it's got to be something here.
Right.
Maybe
it's like when we go to Mexico, we can punch as many llamas as we want.
Are there llamas down there?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah. Llamas. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dolly llamas.
Yeah. Yeah, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton's llamas. Yeah.
Working 9 to 5. Yeah, just because.
Jolene. That was the name of the llama. Its name was Jolene, and then I'm gonna totally spit on me.
I'm gonna totally butcher this, but by some way of marriage and second, third, 12th cousins, my wife, Starkiller D, is related to Dolly Parton.
Ooh,
yeah,
cool.
Just a little tidbit.
Little titbits.
Little tickle bitties.
So, yeah, I think that perhaps there would be like an air traffic control.
I mean,
even if it's like a handful,
at that speed,
or each individual type is
because you got your
controlled
USOs
by its own. Yeah. I mean, and from my opinion, I think because again, we would see something out there, and again, the conspiracy theorist would say that we do see it out there, unless you're the fucking flat earther. We do see it out there, and the government just hides the truth.
Deathbed Confession had a good idea about the about one of the potential reasons for chemtrails, if chemtrails were a real deal,
is to hide
that activity.
Yeah.
And why not?
Yeah, I mean, again, I can see.
Okay, look at nighttime.
Okay. Let's look at it this way, okay? Comparatively,
yes,
politicians and governments are in the minority. They may have a lot more power.
Yes.
But they don't have the majority of eyes.
They can't stop the eyes from seeing.
Exactly.
Yes. However, sorry, you had
Well, I was just going to say, there's so many people out there that would have seen things.
But we do.
Well, we do. Again, yeah.
And who's to say that it's not a mothership that lets them out a little further away from the Earth to be more inconspicuous?
Right, but again, we would unless they're like riding the tail of a fucking comet to get here, so they're undetected by.
Are we going back to Hellbot 1997?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to talk about that, even though one of these days.
I know.
Colts.
What's his name? Kaepernick or whatever is like tanking Nike, but those fucking psychos were all wearing Nikes.
Exactly, right?
I think they're more besmirched by that than this current situation.
Swish.
But that's just my opinion. Yeah. But then again, I don't pledge allegiance.
I don't either. Okay, why is it such a crime especially to write America? We're not that podcast, but yeah, you guys know where we stand.
We're kind of that podcast sometimes.
Sometimes.
I don't know. I take 2 ass cheeks every time. I don't take a knee. I don't do it. I just sit there.
Just like help myself to a seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a anti-authoritarian situation where it's like, oh, fuck you. You're going to tell me I have to stand at this particular time and recite this particular verse.
I was born here, but I was never asked.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, exactly.
Be a part of their
I appreciate the privileges provided.
Yeah.
But I'd also...
Shouldn't those privileges be provided regardless as being just a human? Do we police the animals outside of the zoo? No.
Right. Fucking ducks migrate. What the hell?
Yeah.
But... we digress.
Not the podcast.
We digress.
Maybe one day. Spoiler alert. Maybe we'll have a second podcast where we talk about these things.
We'll probably have a handful of podcasts when all we're doing is podcasting. Yeah. But right now we have full-time jobs.
Yeah. Back to the UFO thing. Okay, satellites. Satellites are a decent size. They're not huge, but they're
big enough.
Size.
Well, it's also that they're close too. So.
And we see them.
Yeah.
When they get close enough and the sun lights them up. We see them.
Yeah.
Now, considering how, different size craft. I'm not talking about the motherships, obviously, but let's say the mothership just dumps a bunch of them off around the moon or something, and then they make their way here.
Right.
People will see them, yes, but I wouldn't say in the thousands unless they make a big commotion where there's tons of them at the same time and they're larger ships.
Right.
Because, how often do people notice the satellites? I'm one of those weirdos. I'm always looking up.
I see them.
I'm always looking up. You're always looking up. We see it. But, it's a task just to say, hey, guys, check it out. Venus. Right now, I don't know if you guys know.
Hey, guys, check it out. My penis.
But right now, as of September 9th, and I'm sure, for the next several weeks, and well into the next month, you could see Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn all in the night sky together right now.
Yeah.
But when I tell people this, they're like, oh, yeah. Cool. They have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
They don't even see that. So...
They're in antegrade.
There are people that... they're in retrograde.
I don't even know what that means.
There are a lot of us, yes, but not all of us are looking up, unfortunately.
No, I know what that means. I meant retrograde. Does that mean that they're retreating?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it's going the opposite.
So, etymology, basically. We just take the root of the word and we establish it.
Yes.
Extrapolate.
I just gave it the fist up the proverbial
ass. One of my favorite quotes is that there are 2 types of people in this world. Those who can extrapolate from incomplete data.
And that's all, folks.
Yep. And as far as mothership,
if the mothership's out there, it's got to be dumping them off a little ways away.
And I would think that they would not necessarily police them, but more so air traffic control if they're trying not to be seen.
Well, and also beyond that, I mean, why do we police traffic here? So we don't get in fucking accidents. We have some kind of laws. And
do you think that they have a way of tapping into our air traffic control to determine what's in our skies so they don't run into it?
Well, there have been situations, because even with our laws here,
those fucking Foo Fighters.
Even with with our laws,
not the band.
We still, I know the band's awesome. So are UFOs, which the band obviously got the name from. Cars still get into accidents. Boats still get into accidents. Planes still get into accidents, even with the laws.
Planes sometimes get into accidents with boats, and boats sometimes get into accidents
planes,
with cars.
Trains, and automobiles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, great movie. Back in the 80s.
Billy Crystal. So that was Tormama from the Train.
So awesome. Another awesome movie.
Yeah.
So check this out.
Tormama from the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
There you go. Combine them like a remix. 2 for 1. There have been cases where, and you can look
cases of beer.
Look this up right now on YouTube if you're interested.
Yeah.
There have been commercial airliners that have been hit allegedly by UFOs.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, it happens. It happens.
It has happened.
So with that being said, with accidents even happening with our laws, I mean, they probably have laws that go by as well. Because these ships are, I mean, if they are the real deal, they are, I mean, people are witnessing them just boom, gone.
Yeah.
Moving that fast.
Yeah.
Making right angles and shit.
Like,
just fucking.
What's that, with if a grain of sand were going the speed of light, it would go through like a 10-foot thick block of steel. Something like that. I don't know the physics on it, but you get what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like sandblasting at that high speeds would turn steel into Swiss cheese.
Dude, the Autobahn in Germany.
Yeah.
Fucking they don't have a speed limit.
No.
And it's I mean they got some great drivers, you know, hats off to the Germans.
Sure.
But when they get in accidents, it's terrible.
Yeah.
So and imagine now moving up to UFOs, how fast they move.
Right.
Holy fuck! Can you imagine a collision? I mean, and that may very well be the case with Roswell, which we will do an episode on that eventually too.
Yeah.
If that is the real deal, there's a lot of evidence to prove that it's bullshit, and there's also quite a bit of
about Rachel, Nevada?
Compelling evidence that it could have been the real deal. What's that?
I said, what about Rachel, Nevada?
Rachel, Nevada?
There's a lot of sightings there. Maybe people have seen collisions there.
I've never heard of Rachel, Nevada.
You've never heard of Rachel, Nevada?
No.
Oh, okay.
This isn't where Area 50... No, obviously not.
It's near it.
Well, have you heard that conspiracy theory about that they packed up and moved further north into Nevada?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's like not Area 52 though.
No.
But it's they moved.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
It's Studio 54.
Yeah, there you go, Studio 54.
That's the one.
They went back to the disco.
Yeah.
They'll never find us here. Nobody's looking for the disco.
Using space age technology to make a better disco ball.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It reflects laser light.
But yeah, I imagine. I mean, can we have a consensus for this hypothetical?
Yeah, I think. I mean, if there's going to be.
Yeah.
If there's going to be beings smart enough to make that trek and even if
means
they didn't, for travel,
and even if they didn't, they just originated from here, like one of our other theories that we've had on the show.
Yeah.
Still, I mean,
I think if there's for even just to have some sort of like a modicum of communication between the two.
Oh, yeah.
To let them know, the coordinates of where they're at and what they're doing.
Yeah.
Just reporting back, I think, is...
We got to know.
I don't think they let them out willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Otherwise...
Except unless it's a time traveling kid from the future.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you or I were UFO pilots, I'd be fucking around with people all the time.
Yeah. I mean, what stops that?
Yeah. And do you think that the aliens get arrested if they break those laws?
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Who polices it?
Right.
I mean, when they do fuck up, who's policing this?
Mm-hmm. The Men in Black. The ones that are actually like the weird, uncanny faced.
Oh, fuck.
Actual Men in Black, not the government.
Mm-hmm. Interdimensional or extraterrestrial or whatever, the Tulpa, whatever the fuck they are. Yeah. We're doing an episode on that. I love how every episode...
The Tulpa Cabana.
We gotta do this episode, the Tulpa Cabana, the friendly ghost, the friendly Tulpa. I think that covers that one.
Yeah. It covers it in feces.
When you see UFOs and they're breaking the speed limit, if there even
who are you
is
gonna
one
call?
for them, who are you going to call?
Did I tell you? I think I said it on this podcast before. Did I tell you when I was, we were coming home from California and I was looking at the side. You know how they have those signs that say radar enforced?
Yes.
I want to get a sticker of radar
from
MASH and stick it on there.
Nice.
That'd be so funny.
Oh, no.
Or just get a cardboard cutout and put it like 50 feet from that sign.
We just like, create a tulpa of radar, like so strong between
like every fucking like stretch. There's like a certain stretch of highway where it works, where like you're driving and you get pulled over by a cop, and every time the cop looks like radar.
He just drives by. He doesn't even really stop you. He just drives by and does one of the, he flashes his lights. You slow down. He rolls by you and just gives you that glare. And you're like, fuck, that's radar. And he just kind of gives you the fingers down, like slow down, and then takes off and disappears.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. You guys are all gonna dream about that now.
Yeah.
Right? Radar, of course.
Or Cameron is.
Right. I know. He's probably sleeping right now.
He's probably asleep right now, dreaming about Radar O'Reilly.
Radar.
Not Baba O'Reilly. Yeah. Baba O'Reilly is playing while he's dreaming about Radar
Gotta
O'Reilly.
Gotta love The Who.
Yeah. The Who?
Who?
The Who? I love music.
Who? Owls. Parapsychology. Moving on.
Parapsychology?
Parapsychology.
This pear is fucked up.
It is a bordlet, and it is not part of a pear.
It is fucked up in the brain, in the pear brain.
It is a Bosca pear and an Anjou pear and
an Asian pear.
Asian pear, yes.
Yes. A pair of boobs.
A pair of boobs, yes.
Yeah. A pair of normals.
Yeah, that's us.
Norm.
Both boobs, dude.
Yeah. We're boobs.
A couple boobs. Now this question.
We should squeeze ourselves.
Now I gotta
play
clarify.
with our nipple.
I gotta clarify on this one.
Okay.
Now,
clarify.
This question requires that we imagine psychic powers.
I could do that.
Are real across the board.
I could do that.
For the sake of this question. Sure. Hypothetically, superhuman powers are a real thing, but on the low levels in which people are claiming they have them, like you have your mediums and your
larges and your smalls,
exactly, and your empaths and your telekinesis and all that shit. So hypothetically, an event occurs.
Ooh, like a solar eclipse?
Yes, like heroes. So hypothetically, an event occurs, and it serves as a catalyst for unlocking powers. This really does sound like
it is heroes.
In everyone with genetic potential for powers, it increases the powers. X-Men, and it increases the powers of individuals who currently claim to have powers. On the low levels.
Yeah.
Now my question is, this world running rampant with all these powers, like comic books, would this be a good or bad thing for humanity?
I think it'd be a good thing.
Yeah. And a bad thing.
I mean,
because right now you have good. You have
right now,
relative. You have good and bad. People.
Well, right now we have I think so far, as far as we've evolved, the peak of our potential for both good and evil. Yeah. We can harm each other now more than we could
nuclear
before.
Weapons.
But we can also help each other now more than we could before.
Yes.
So I think that all it's really gonna again, it's like with fucking The Incredibles.
Yes.
And Syndrome's fucking evil plot was if everybody is super, then nobody will be. It's just gonna be normal.
It just increases, but it also increases the danger of the planet.
Maybe.
Right now, we have enough nukes around the world just to destroy this place.
Somebody has the potential to have Storm's powers and alleviates fucking drought in places.
Yeah, so many.
Has the potential to completely change the topography of our entire planet.
We have humanitarians now. Why wouldn't we have humanitarians like with the Storm's ability
super humanitarians?
Exactly. Yeah, super humanitarians. Awesome.
Oh my god, that sounds like a fun comic.
It does.
The super humanitarians
really
where they
do goody good.
Oh wait, that's fucking Captain Planet.
Oh yeah, our powers combined,
we will fuck you in the ass. Whoop. Yep.
At least gotta be one that's got a superpower of Lou.
Right. What I've always wondered. What the hell? Like, all of the other ones are actual, like, elemental things, and then you got that fucking dork with heart. What the hell is heart?
I don't know.
Heart?
Yeah.
It's just a beating muscle in your chest.
Yeah.
Like, what? Compassion? Is that what it means?
Heart.
Compassion?
Maybe.
But compassion isn't natural.
Maybe that was like a generic version of an empath.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Compassion or empathy, empathy and apathy, they're neither natural or unnatural.
No.
There's variants and gradients of the two. And
there is the alleged power of empathy being an enhanced version of empathy.
Like I've stated before, like my level of apathy or empathy is determined upon whether I know you exist or not.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's very situational with you.
Yeah, it really is. And
it's
I think, honestly, I think to an extent, I think it naturally is for everyone.
Yeah.
There are those that...
The most empathetic people will kind of, with certain people. I mean, you can't just drop an Adolf Hitler in front of somebody that's very empathetic and expect them to...
Right. I mean, I honestly think, yes, I know that there are people who are more empathetic, but I think more what that is that they're in touch with feelings about putting themselves in somebody else's situation, which is empathy.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But...
Sympathy is feeling bad for them,
right?
In their situation. Empathy
and
is
I don't even do that. Like,
not for everyone.
I don't sympathize or empathize. Like, fuck off. I don't know you. Like, seriously. Like, I don't know. I'm just an asshole.
I empathize in some weird ways sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I could. Okay, when somebody tells me a story, even if I hate the bastard, I don't know how you feel about this. If you ever done this. Somebody can tell me a story, whether I like the person or not, whether I feel bad for them, having the sympathy side of it for them. They could tell me about an accident they had. Yeah. And I can almost feel it. Like, your mind can imagine. Because empathy is...
Do you remember those videos?
Does come down to a lot of imagination of how it feels to be in that person's shoes.
Right. So I guess I can feel... I can have more empathy for physical pain than emotional pain.
Yeah.
But I'm dead inside. I'm
He's dead.
I'm a ghost.
Do not put your penis in him. You'll turn into a bearded pepper. Plug.
But there was words that I was going to say, and I forgot them, so fuck it. Let's carry on.
Nah,
that's good. Yeah, fuck it. Nah, I'm good. We can keep going. I will not remember what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
You will after. This has happened to me so many times after every episode.
It's past 1 a.m. and we're drinking.
And we're drinking. And we're drinking.
And we should say that instead of and we're back. And we're drunk.
You should hear us when we don't drink.
Yeah.
We ramble on for hours now.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Right. More coherence.
But right. Furthermore.
Less potential to forget what I was just thinking.
Right. So, does it answer it? I mean, you would get good and bad. I mean, it's good and bad now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
just
anybody a little power.
Again, if only like half the population had these powers. Yeah, that was a weird noise.
What the fuck was that?
It sounded like a cat.
Right?
Yelling at
somebody going in reverse in like a little...
Go-kart.
Yeah.
Or a golf cart, yeah.
We hear weird shit here all the time, but we do.
I farted.
Yeah.
But... yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I mean, if only like a portion...
Yeah.
Like even I think if a minority had those powers, it would be worse. If half had those powers, it wouldn't be as bad.
Because
and
you have
if
more
all had those powers,
potential...
it would just be the same. It would just be us elevated to a next level.
Because you'd have more potential, quote unquote, good people to combat.
Well, it's not even exactly. It's
that.
It's not necessarily that. Yeah. It's that it can affect the ones without the ability to defend themselves, even if it's collateral. Yeah. You know what I mean?
This is turning into the whole gun argument.
Yeah.
It's like, I got guns. I want guns to protect myself from the ones with the guns.
Yeah.
I want powers with, yeah.
Yeah. What the people who own guns, and I don't have anything against guns. Like,
I personally don't like them, but at the same time, I'm not one to go out there and try to say people shouldn't have them.
No.
I think there should be more education and stricter laws.
I think so.
Where it comes to guns.
One thing that I think is those handful of people out there who think that they have these guns so that they can protect themselves from our government. Do they not realize that they own a fucking rifle and the government owns an aircraft carrier full of deadly weapons?
Not to mention
that can
drones.
Eliminate.
One drone.
That's what I'm talking about.
Send it to your block.
Yeah.
Done.
A tank. Your pea shooters going up against a tank. That's not going to fucking matter.
Exactly.
You can have 150 rifles. It's not going to have any effect on a tank.
Well, even in the case with guns to protect yourself from criminals with guns, more likely, more often than not, somebody that's going to commit a gun crime against you is going to get the drop on you. Your gun not being off safety, which it should be on safety, being put away.
Well, but that's where you're what you were getting at to begin with is having
with the powers.
proper training and proper licensing.
Yeah.
And if you have and can demonstrate that you have both,
Yeah.
Carry your gun. Somebody fucks with you and they pull out a weapon, fucking shoot them.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Again, I don't empathize with the fucking criminal. No. I would empathize more with the non-criminal.
Yeah.
But still, like, fucking shoot him. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then again, you can't really walk around with a baseball bat.
This sounds totally hypocritical, but in the end of the day, I wouldn't want a gun. But I would totally want a superpower.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking cool.
Yeah, I would want a superpower.
And it's something natural.
I honestly would want a superpower over having a gun, like if I had the option.
Yeah.
If I had the option for an armory and a superpower.
Show me the superpower.
I'd take the superpower, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I get the like a fucking like lame one where I can make like daisies grow out of somebody's eyes.
But I honestly, I would like to see a world where humanitarian types. I mean, I'm not gonna be picky and choosy on who has the powers, but to where there's that potential for a lot of humanitarian types and do-gooders in the world having powers.
Yeah,
you should.
Do-gooders.
Do-gooders. So that answers that. Cryptozoology. I got one for every branch here.
Oh my God! Speaking of cryptozoology, if you haven't, and this is more towards the audience because I think I've played it for you.
Yes.
If you have the opportunity, go look up MC Frontalot's song "Scaregoat."
Nice.
It's about cryptozoology, and it's funny. So yeah, plug for MC Frontalot. Yeah, you should.
And
come
we
on
don't know him, but if we like good shit,
I'd like to meet him.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, hear this. Have this somehow in some way get to MC Frontalot, so I can meet him.
And then he could be on our show.
Yeah,
we could talk about cryptids. Because we don't talk about cryptids enough, but we'll have fun with that.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. Cryptozoology. So, should there be categories of cryptids? Because I mean, I get it. Humans are still animals.
Like types.
Yes, but consciously,
phyla.
But consciously and intellectually, we're quite different from a lot of the other animals in the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
So, cryptozoology, they group together stuff like humanoid creatures, such as Mothman and Bigfoot.
Honestly, every time...
And shit like chupacabras and Nessie. And then they dump more believable creatures like your eastern cougars, your chickcharney, which is like that flightless owl. Shit that's a little more believable.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But they just group it all, cryptozoology.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's stuff that they can't
like
100%
the weird ass
prove
shit. Like cryptozoology can be a respectable
definitely
field.
And I can't think of them off the top of my head right now, but there have been creatures that were labeled cryptids, cryptids, and then later on they found
real.
Them. They proved that they were real.
Yeah.
So,
but I was gonna say every time I think of cryptozoology, I don't think of like the valid like what we were just talking about, like the times when they actually find something that's real. I
think of the spooky, crazy shit.
No, I think of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
The Monster Manual.
Oh, man.
Like, that's all it ever makes me think of is the Monster Manual. Because if you flip through that, I'm like, oh,
it's the Monster Manual. The Monster Manual.
Yeah.
That's too many syllables.
It's Manuel.
Manuel.
It's the Monster Manuel, man.
Well.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so should there be categories?
Yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, that's just in our nature.
There's categories of everything to categorize things to better understand each individual thing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if we lumped everything all into one, then we wouldn't be able to sort out and kind of, and I just sounded super Canadian one right now.
Sort out.
But we wouldn't be able to sort out the...
Canuck, Chuck is the...
Canuck Chuck.
Canuck Chuck.
How much Canuck could a Canuck Chuck chuck if Canuck Chuck could chuck Canuck?
Canuck Chuck drum.
I did it. Yeah. But we wouldn't be able to sort out like what's potentially more believable or more real.
Well, yeah, there should be that scale. Maybe it could double
a
for
gradient.
You have exactly. You have the different types based on more humanoid-like, more alien-like, more different versions of creatures we already know, and also like you said, the gradient for how potentially real has potentially bogus.
If we didn't know about marsupials and we had no video or photographic evidence of a thylacine, do you think that we would believe in the Tasmanian devil?
No,
I don't think so. I think it would be lumped into a cryptozoology category, And people would be like, no, that's not real. There would be debates on whether it was real. And a lot of like conspiracy theorists and cryptozoology enthusiasts would be like, no, the thylacine or the Tasmanian devil is real. I saw it. Yeah. It ate my baby. It was helping out a dingo. Mm-hmm. Right?
And that's like when they explore the oceans. They're always, regardless of what type of animal, they're discovering thousands of types of animal, new types of animals, new species every year. Mm-hmm. But the ocean, there's some weird fucking shit down there.
There is some weird
But as soon as they find it, it's real. Because they can actually prove that thing is real.
Right, exactly.
So,
the Meg?
Mm-hmm. No. Once upon a time.
I've heard that movie really, really sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard some people saying it was actually good, but I wouldn't see it in theaters.
No.
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
Nah.
No. I mean, I like Jason Statham, but...
Yeah. Jaws.
And Rainn Wilson is in it, but...
Jaws 2.0 for the new generation.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Giant shark.
But it's just weird to me that they would put... Okay, because some people consider Bigfoot like this. Some people say they're aliens, and then other people say they're interdimensional beings and shit like that. Yeah. And there's others that just say, if they're real, they're just monkey men. They're just a different... Yeah.
Well, I think I might have brought this up on our show before, too, but there was... this, like, I think it was in the Amazon, there was this tribe, and they had a word for an animal that was out there that nobody that, like, outside of their tribe had seen.
I'll do you one better really quick. Almost every culture has a Bigfoot.
Well, it's not even that. I'm not even talking about Bigfoot. So there's this group that they had, and I can't remember what the actual word that they used because it was in their native language.
But it's a type of sauropod.
It basically described as like a type of sauropod.
Oh, not really.
That's right. And but they called it, basically it was called the river blocker in their language.
A good brontosaurus, apatosaurus would be a river blocker.
A group of them would walk through the river and block it and basically dam up the river. But nobody other than their tribe or those people that lived in that area saw it. But they weren't like fucking, they were just, I guess, for lack of a better term, simple folk who lived in that native habitat who didn't have any other knowledge of other things and wouldn't be, I think, making shit up. Yeah. You know what I mean?
If they saw something, they probably saw something.
Now, it
could have been something.
Could have been like large, like elephants or...
Possibly.
There's no elephants in the Americas. Hippopotamus, but those aren't in Americas either. No. What are the largest?
We don't even have buffaloes.
What
we have is bison, and we call it buffalo, but it's not buffalo.
Buffalo.
What else do we have?
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Yeah. Buffalo wings. I'm hungry.
I guess
we don't really have any
oxen.
Yeah, oxen.
Yeah.
Cattle. Yeah. I mean, that's
But cattle doesn't get big enough.
They would know the difference.
They would, they would probably at this point in their inhabitants have farmed or at least raised cattle.
So they would,
or some sort of livestock. Yeah. So they would have experience.
But wait, where was this tribe at again? that's what
it was. Where was it at?
Yes, this
South America.
In South America.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
we're talking about tons and tons of forest.
Yeah, tons and tons of forest.
I mean,
again, that's my point is that people say that there's a Bigfoot, we haven't seen a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But there's these people down in South America who say that there are sauropods.
That's even bigger than the Bigfoot.
It's bigger than the Bigfoot.
And they don't, honestly, do they have a reason to lie, like you're saying?
Yeah.
And I know we poo-pooed.
Because, I mean, otherwise, what else can be described that is big enough to block a river, a herd of it blocking a river, other than, again, like the largest cattle that you can think of?
Yeah.
And I can't think of anything.
Maybe some early ancestor of an elephant made its way over to South America when it was Pangea, and it's just an offshoot
of
it.
Or came over from the fucking the ice bridge.
What is it? The Bering Strait.
Yeah, the Bering Strait.
I heard that was a myth now too. That they well, not a myth, but that they originally thought that it was ice. Mm-hmm. At one point, they thought the water cleared, and they just walked right across into the Americas. So imagine this tribe. And they see this big fucking sauropod, some apatosaurus, just sitting in the water. Yeah. And you just see a bunch of little fucking tribesmen running up and just like pounding on his leg. Get out of the water! water! Get out of the water! Why do they sound like that? I don't know. But in their native tongue. In their native tongue, they get the fuck out of the water, bitch. Yeah. Oh, man.
Move, bitch!
Get out the way! Otherwise, it's like this, this sacred animal to them. Like much like a sacred cow.
Or, like a young one would feed them for a very long time.
Yeah.
I mean,
they won't miss this little one.
Or you know what else it could be?
What?
Mammoth.
Yes, woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stories out there throughout the history of man. Animals that shouldn't have coexisted with us. And they have cave paintings. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely should be a breakdown.
That's what we were talking about. I forgot. Right. Seriously.
With Bigfoot, with big feet.
Yeah, big
feet. In Mothman. Mothman, so far as I could tell, is more like an alien type creature. Why would they even put him in a cryptid situation?
Yeah, I don't know.
I even heard that the Flatwoods Monster, spoiler alert, we're going to do an episode on that eventually.
The Flatworm Monster.
The Flatwoods Monster was even tossed in there. And I'm like, why? It's clearly, he came down in a UFO. Come on.
Ooh. Like the flying purple people eater?
Yes.
Yeah.
Only this one was red.
Oh.
He was red faced. He was embarrassed. Nessie, I could see being like a cryptid.
Yeah, but
certain
Nessie,
iterations of the Bigfoot.
I can stretch the imagination enough to think that a plesiosaur is alive in the ocean. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's got room.
Right. But in a lake, no.
Yeah. Loch Ness is empty. It's got trees, bark, and weird things.
Even if there was enough room for one to live,
how did it get there?
It would have died
a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, things have natural life cycles.
Yeah.
And if there was another one there for it to be able to procreate and reproduce, then it would be an overrun population to the point where everything was decimated.
Well, here's the thing.
It would destroy the economy of that lake.
Exactly.
And then it would die out again anyway.
Well, you throw a plesiosaur or any creatures similar to that into Loch Ness.
Yeah.
Just one of them alone. What's going to be its natural predator?
Nothing.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Man can't even find it in Loch Ness if there is one there, which I highly doubt it.
No.
I'll go as far as to say, fuck no, there isn't.
Yeah, I would too.
Never will be, never was. It would have no natural predator.
Exactly.
So like you're saying, everything would be done. If
there was only one, it would have eaten everything.
Yeah. Before it could reproduce. Because something that size would eat everything before it could reproduce.
Right. Well, let's try and do a little, night math here.
Yes.
What is an elephant's gestation period is what, like 36 months?
Yes.
Something like that? What do you think the Loch Ness Monster's gestation period would be? Like 3.5 years if it gave live birth? Mm-hmm. Which, from the way it looks, I would assume it's a predecessor to an animal that is similar to an elephant, like creature, some other mammal, because the fins and the flippers, just like whales.
I would say more. I'm leaning more towards dinosaur.
So a bird, a flying or a swimming bird.
Well, yeah.
So it's a penguin.
Yeah, a water sauropod, whatever.
It's a penguin.
Whatever they would call it.
They're giant. They're giant prehistoric penguins.
Birds.
And they lay eggs.
Yeah.
Well, something has to fertilize that egg.
Mm-hmm. Has to be another one of them. Unless there's some kind of weird asexual plesiosaur that can... But why?
But even still...
How did the original one get there? That's my thing.
I mean, again, the entire area could have been an ocean millions of years ago.
Yeah. But,
it swam in and was living there. But, I mean, again, after... the likelihood of the water receding and it not... having a natural instinct to get away.
To get back to a bigger body of water.
Yeah. When it had time and had the opportunity.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it would have gotten trapped and died.
Even if it was the last one, presumably it
You know how I know it would have gotten trapped and died?
How's that?
We have fossils of dead ones.
Yeah. Well... We don't know that. Okay, if Nessie were real, we don't know 100% that it is a plesiosaur. So we don't know what fossils we're looking at.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily saying we have fossils of that, but something similar to it.
The way they describe it, anything that's been on Earth, and I say been, It's all gone.
Yeah.
That would be like...
What is there, like less than 0.2% of the things that have been alive on this earth still remaining?
Exactly. Gotta give it up to the cockroach. It's like the Michael Myers of the...
but even those have life cycles and not very long ones.
No, not
individuals would have died off. So the majority of things that have been alive are dead.
Yeah.
Everything else that's currently living is eventually going to die and be a part of that dead pile. Mm-hmm. And
well,
I know things continue to reproduce, but not at the rate that would allow for our living population of all organisms to even come close to outweighing what's already have died.
Yeah.
One thing I have a question about.
Man has been here for a fucking blink of an eye. I mean, look at dinosaurs alone. The aged dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Split up into three, the Triassic, Jurassic,
billions
and the Cretaceous.
And billions of years.
Yeah, millions of years per period of the dinosaurs. We haven't even lived close to a period of fucking dinosaurs.
No. But one thing I've always wondered, so when living organisms die, what happens to them? They decay, and they become
food,
organic matter that's on the earth, right?
Yes.
And it started from a tiny little egg and a tiny little sperm, right? So not a lot of mass, right? That grew up to be a larger bit of mass, right? So after a while, wouldn't you think that the Earth's mass would increase because of all of the dead things?
Not necessarily.
Why not? I would think so.
Yeah.
It's like
just adding to the Earth. Well, what's funny is
you get like a wadded up piece of paper, right? And you roll it through dust.
Yeah, you're going to get layers and layers and layers.
Yeah.
And layers. Yes, but what you're saying is, so at some point the Earth was significantly smaller in mass.
I wouldn't say significantly smaller because, again, the size of the planet and the way that the matter breaks down, it's just going to be a thin layer of dust all over everything.
A smaller planet with larger creatures living on it.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That in itself is weird.
I think that's the case. Even decaying plant matter would have to, it turns into dust.
I mean, whether or not a comet wiped out the dinosaurs, whether or not some disease or whatever happened, I think it was for the best because I honestly think nature favors smaller creatures.
You think so?
Obviously. I mean, look what survived.
Well, also the way
age
that
of the dinosaurs, what creatures still remain, the smaller of them.
A lot of that has to do with the atmosphere as well, and the composition of the chemicals in our breathable space.
Yeah.
Because larger creatures need different
and we know that's
compositions.
changed dramatically.
Yeah.
I mean, we could prove that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the different ratios of gases in our atmosphere and in our breathable air.
But you know who it doesn't affect? It doesn't affect Nessie.
It doesn't affect aquatic creatures. No.
It doesn't. No. It does, I'm just making a joke out of Nessie being so quote unquote here with us.
Non-existent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that the water is getting more salinated due to all of the empathetic people who are crying over the dead things?
No.
No?
It's not.
Damn. Well, there goes that theory.
It doesn't give a fuck because nature doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know. That was fun. But you know what it's brought me to?
What's that?
My breaking point.
It's bringing me to the point of my spitball.
Ooh. I'm not going to spit on your balls. I'm at my breaking point.
Breaking point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're back.
We are back. I want to take a minute to apologize for... No, I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Call back. So yeah, back to the question. This time about spiritual entities. And it sounds silly, but this is covering ghosts,
spiritual
shadow,
imp titties.
Imp titties. This is covering everything from demons and ghosts and all that shit and shadow entities.
Shadow governments.
What if? And I bring that up for a good reason. What if humans do have an atheistic death? And I know Chuck was going to like this one already.
Sure.
And there are no disembodied spirits, just energy-based beings that think they are dead humans.
Yeah.
Or masquerade as such for nefarious or benevolent reasons. That would, because we've talked about this on the show before.
Right.
Like, what if they are just interdimensional beings?
Yeah. I don't honestly think, like, if, like, say your great Aunt Edna dies.
Yeah.
Her spirit, her essence isn't going to haunt you. Yeah. I don't think that as far as hauntings go, I don't think that past living beings are actually haunting things.
I think it's a possibility. I'll leave that I'll leave it open to the possibility there. But what if, like I said on previous...
I'll entertain the idea that it could be, but I lean more towards the side of the fence.
That would open up the door too much to other things like religion and so on and all that.
Yeah.
But, and I brought this up on the show before, what if these are interdimensional beings, and if they're in a higher dimension, what's to say that they can't see time?
What if they are interdimensional anal rapists?
Right. But what if they can see all of time? So they can say, okay, Chuck, here's Chuck.
Yeah.
If I want to communicate with him, I'm going to act like his dead aunt.
Right.
Because this I was going to say he, but this being can see that you had this aunt that passed away.
Non-binary entity.
There you go.
Yeah.
Non-gender specific interdimensional stalker.
Yeah.
So they creep in, they want to communicate with you or fuck with you or whatever reason they have to better your life. Or fuck communicate, maybe they want to rape you on the astral plane.
Yeah, I saw that movie Entity.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Entity?
Entity.
There you go.
Now there's a movie called Entity from like the 70s where it's about a haunted or a haunting, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a ghost in this lady's house and the ghost rapes her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Succubuses.
Suck whose bis?
Succubus.
Suck whose biscuit?
I think succubus is the
it's
plural
succubus.
for.
Is it not succubi?
Incubus. Succubi.
Yeah.
Incubi. I think I've heard incubi before, but it's probably wrong like octopi.
I could probably suck you by.
Awesome. But, okay, so back to what I was saying, if I can remember. But yeah, like I was saying on previous episodes, what if this being, for being nefarious or
benign,
or benevolent reasons, trying to interfere or just interact or better your life, and that's the way they're going to try to get your attention is saying, trying to come through as being this other person that's been in your life that passed away.
Could be that.
So maybe the John Edwards out, maybe not him, but other mediums. Maybe that's what they're communing with.
But this is why I don't think that it's communicable. And that's not the word I'm thinking of because that just means
what you mean.
Sexually transmitted.
Yes.
Well, that's not what it just means, but you know what I mean. But I don't think that mediums can communicate with specific past or dead individuals.
The legit ones, not the Jen Edward, not the charlatan type,
not the one Long Island medium or
at large. Not the cold readers, not the what do they call them?
Charlatans.
Yeah, but no, there's another word for it. It's cold reading. Yeah. Where they string you along. Yeah. They get the answer, and you ever notice how a lot of them will they talk really fast? That's a tactic too.
Oh, I know.
To get you to forget.
Yeah.
To get you not to pay attention.
Yeah. What was that? Make
it hard to pay attention.
That podcast I was telling you about the. Oh No with Ross and Carrie. They just had it, or not they just, I just started listening to the show. It's like 6 years old. But one of their earlier episodes, they're talking to a guy who was...
Now imagine somebody's listening to this 6 years from now.
Right. That's like a 12-year-old episode they're talking about. But
go look it up.
But they're talking to a guy, and the guy used to be a medium and a psychic and a tarot reader.
How do you used to be? You just block it out? You stop being a charlatan?
He knew it was,
He was a mentalist, basically.
Yeah, he was a mentalist.
Yeah, mentalist in disguise.
And, mentalist in disguise with diamonds.
In disguise.
That'd be a weird fucking spy show.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Monty Python sketch.
Yes, sketch.
We
are a Monty Python.
Yeah, my Python is Monty.
Yes.
No.
Mighty.
I knew somebody who had a boa constrictor named Fluffy.
I thought you were going to say somebody that had a mighty
mighty boss tones?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go, another good band.
Yeah.
Where were we?
I don't know.
Fuck. It's 2 in the morning.
Yeah. You know. I don't know.
It's 2 a.m. I must be not lonely.
Yeah, wait an hour.
Yes, exactly.
I'll be gone.
Wait an hour and it'll be 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I got my wife. She's sleeping.
Oh, okay.
I'll accost her in her sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
That's rape.
Yes. We'll accost.
You said yes?
Yeah. We'll accost Cameron in his sleep.
Okay. I'm down.
Yes.
I'm DTF.
Damn as fuck. That's not what it means.
That's DAF.
I made it mean it.
Yeah.
Daff.
Daffy.
Daffy Duck. I'm gonna start calling it Daffy. We're saucy individuals, remember?
Yeah.
We're saucy fellows.
Saucy fellows. Yeah.
Saucing them off.
Flying saucy.
Balls. Where were we?
I don't know.
2 a.m.
Sauce balls?
Fucking 2 a.m.
What was the question?
But yeah, so these entities, I mean, let's look at it this way, that there is atheistic death. Mm-hmm. There is nothing after life. I mean, we've been doing a lot of episodes on that lately.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a break on that finally.
Sure, until we talk about Jesus.
Until we talk about DMT, too.
Yeah.
Zombie Jesus.
Zombie DMT Jesus.
Yes, exactly. Ayahuasca Christ.
You ayahuasca?
What? You ayahuasca?
That sounds like a racial slur.
Oh, shit.
Wheaties.
Remember the me, you. I pulled that on somebody recently.
Yeah.
They've been like, huh?
You remember my penis? I pulled that on somebody. No, I'm just kidding.
Rape.
Yeah. Rapé. You pronounced that wrong.
Rapier.
It's French.
Yes.
Rapier and rapier.
Oh, man. Look for rape at your local produce.
Yeah. You don't know what we did on our breaking point.
Shrooms.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
It's legal here now.
So, Smurfs, right?
Purple Smurfs.
Yeah. Anyway,
back to what we were saying. Shit.
So I don't know. I think maybe I would believe that more so than believing that we're dead.
Because I think
when
people
we die,
are
our spirits go and haunt things.
I'm not going to say that all these people are. I mean, there are hoaxes. There are hoaxes. Yeah. But and there's people just trying to get attention.
Chop out that cum.
There's people with psychological issues.
I got some.
So yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But I don't think all accounts of ghosts, quote unquote ghosts or demons even are bullshit accounts. I mean, they experience something. And
right.
Maybe,
I mean, I think that their explanations, when people, this is what bothers me, is when people
put a label to it.
Not even put a label to it, but wholeheartedly say this is exactly what happened.
With no evidence.
With
I mean, you have evidence that an event took place.
With what?
But you don't know what it is.
Exactly. Like, I could go up to a stranger and explain to them how filthy rich I am and how important I am, and they'll come away from the experience saying, hey, I just met this really rich, awesome dude who is like, who just flew in from London or whatever and is on, fucking around.
And anyone that knows me would know that same situation would be, I met this dude that said he was rich.
Right.
And you too. I mean, that's just...
Yeah. I would take it with a grain of salt.
So far as I know, but this guy said he's rich.
Yeah, exactly. I have no evidence of it. Dude didn't give me $100.
Yeah.
So
he may even believe it. Yeah. Just like in this situation, somebody has a haunting, some kind of interaction with a spiritual entity.
I know a guy
and there's
whose
a lot of
mental
people
state
that
is
will
so fucked that he believes that he's engaged to Jodi Arias.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully for them, they're not.
No, I wish he was.
Does he get chopped up?
Yeah.
Or cut up?
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, my stance on that one is I would side with that one more
because it makes sense. Because let's say these beings are on a higher dimension. They could see all of time.
Whatever it is.
They could see all of time at once. They can pick little things from your past that nobody else would know, and other things about these family members. Yeah. And they can come off as believable as being your deceased relative or loved one.
But I mean, I also see that as the same way as somebody fucking around with Ouija board.
Yeah. I'm not... See, here's the thing. We are going to do the test on the Ouija board, and I just reached out to it like everybody out there listening land.
You saw him do that, right? You saw that gesture.
So we have the Ouija board. We're gonna do the experiment still.
I said Luigi board.
Here's the thing. Even if nothing happens, it could be chalked up as it's the ideomotor effect. Or
your motor effect is an idiot.
Or it could be that Chuck and I just don't believe in it going in, and it's hard to separate that, and then nothing happens for us. Another group of people, something can happen, and it's because they want something to happen, and the ideomotor effect takes place. Or
I've been in that state of mind before. I've used a Ouija board before.
Or legit, they have some entity come through. I'm not going to rule. Okay, just because it doesn't happen for us, I'm not going to say that no entities ever use the Ouija board as communication if somebody is trying to communicate.
Why?
But what are these entities?
Why would they choose to only go through Parker Brothers' made-up game?
Yeah, when they could do anything.
Yeah.
Anything. They could use anything.
They can use your seeing spell.
They could touch my penis.
Or what is that one? That old.
The Etch and Sketch.
Not even that.
Etch a Sketch.
The one with the letters, and you type it in, and it says the letters.
Oh yeah.
What is that? A seeing spell?
Something like that.
Something like that. Mr. Spell? I don't know. The fucking robot.
Casting spells.
Yes.
I don't know.
Learning to curse.
They can use EVP. I mean, there's all different methods. I don't think the Ouija is definitively this tool
You're a tool.
that spirits talk to you through, or whatever it is that talks. But it is a thing that they could potentially use.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. So this exists, right? So maybe it gives it a means of communication where there wasn't one before as defined as this one. So maybe, like with
power and belief, because the person using the Ouija board, most people that are using Ouija board give it power because they give it the power of belief. They think this is gonna get me talking to spirits and demons, and it works for them because...
And then there are those people who think that thing is completely evil.
Yeah.
It's just cardboard, man. It's nothing inherently evil about a Ouija board.
Nothing, for one, good and evil. I mean, we've discussed this before. It's relative. It's
Well, how long have you had this in your house?
Yeah, for fucking a long time, and it was actually D's, and
nothing's happened.
Nothing's happened. We have a blanket. We have a Ouija board blanket.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because it's cute.
You play Twister on it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
why not? Fun times.
Yeah, naked Twister on a Ouija board blanket.
I will debunk that. I bumped into the headphone
with his penis.
Yes.
You bumped into the headphone, or you bumped into the microphone?
Yeah, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah. All right, I think that settles that one.
Yeah. So think about that.
Guys, think about it. Do what we say.
If you are an individual that has had experiences with ghosts, quote unquote, or demons or whatever, think about that possibility.
If you are a group, same thing.
Yeah.
If you're an individual,
even a group.
Yeah,
a group too.
Even
better if it's a group, because then you have witnesses.
Yeah.
That's one thing I brought up on the UFO Palooza episode. I mean, a lot of situations where I've had quote unquote UFOs, but literally
What's like with Tom DeLonge taking his friends out to go camping just to see UFOs?
UFOs, yeah. Witnesses.
Yeah.
Boom.
And then got stoned and fell asleep and didn't see the UFOs.
Didn't see shit. We're doing that episode, actually.
Yeah,
Sorry, Amber. We'll
get to it.
We're getting to it. We will not. We're doing Travis Walton, if you don't know. Travis Walton, Fire in the Sky.
I'm literally doing Travis Walton right now.
In the booty.
He's getting a Charlie under the table.
He is gonna fail. He's gonna fail some Charlie trees. And then we're gonna do a Jesus episode, and then we're definitely gonna do.
I'm gonna use the stigmata holes.
We gotta do stigmata episode too.
I'm gonna fuck him in his stigmata holes.
All right, moving on.
But the ones in his feet only.
So talking about extraterrestrials.
Okay.
Extraterrestrials. So this one's gonna be a little derivative of a question from the last episode.
Okay.
A little redundant, but a little more focused.
Sure.
What if most or all ET encounters are really Tulpa encounters?
Tulpa Cabana?
Because I know I dropped the Tulpa question last time, but this one is a little more specific. And it's not to say that aliens do not exist.
Yeah.
Let's say aliens do exist on other planets, other dimensions.
Hey, Mom, there's something in the background.
And even aliens visiting us. But what if most or all or a lot of ET encounters are just Tulpas?
Yeah.
It's possible. There's a theory that Men in Black might be Tulpa.
Right. So here's the thing. So if you want to strip it all the way down,
yes,
and take it back to when aliens started to become more prominent and prevalent in pop culture.
Yes, more accounts of UFOs and alien abductions.
Somebody came up with a tale, an account, and whether it was true or they made it up,
spread like wildfire.
It sparked the imagination.
Yeah,
because what did they have back then? When they had radio.
Yeah.
So that's why that's possibly why there's many different variations of what they look like, because
but then also
all they had
we
was
had
individual
the theory of
imagination.
Cars. There's many different makes of cars too.
Well, that's the thing. Is also I mean, you would think that there would be there would be as many iterations of aliens that people encounter, quote unquote, or so to speak, as there are individuals with imagination.
Yes.
Because back then, all they had was their imagination.
However,
they didn't have visual clues or cues to tell them what it's supposed to look like.
However, with this,
and then to continue with that is that when with the advent of television and sci-fi
it changed again.
Writers, they solidified certain looks.
Yeah.
And continued on with
certain
that.
tropes with what they do and where they do it, and like being mostly being more secluded. You'll see the UFOs and have the alien abductions and so on.
Yeah. So.
And how
just taking a skeptic look at it, I could look at all of that evidence and say it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
But then again, from experiences that I've had, now I haven't had experiences with ETs.
Yeah.
I've had experiences with unidentified objects.
I haven't gotten to that yet on this on the podcast, but I've had dreams.
Yeah.
But
you've had your owl experiences.
They're just
which
dreams.
Could just be
and
weird
then there's
owls.
the owl thing, which that could be completely non-related, or
Right.
but a lot of UFO enthusiasts and
or if we think about it too, back to the earlier question, if the ETs have the ability to
cloak themselves, shapeshift, make you think,
they could be the
projections.
ghosts that we've seen.
Fuck yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
The fucking tall dude with the black hat that followed me down my hallway.
That could be an alien.
Did I ever tell that story on the podcast?
Yes.
That whole story about the
Hat Man.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so. I think back on Ghost Pusher.
Maybe we'll listen to it and find out.
Ghost, ADD.
Or you guys can email me at learningtocurse@gmail.com. Let me know if I've actually talked about that. It's been a while.
I'm a spitball an idea for our show right here.
Yeah.
Send us your stories.
Yes,
send
please.
us your stories.
I think we've said that before too, but yes, send us your stories.
And we'll do a little spin-off thing where we read your stories and tell you what we think about it.
Doesn't even necessarily have to be a spin-off thing. We can just read it on that episode
on the show,
if it correlates with what we're talking about on that episode.
Yeah.
So
or if we get an overabundance of them,
we can have mail time.
Yeah, exactly. With Learning to Curse.
Yes.
Mail time.
Mail time.
We'll give you.
So far, that's
ourselves.
all it's been is mail time. We've had one female.
Star Killer.
Yeah.
No.
So for all we've had what, 3 females?
Yeah,
collectively.
It's been mostly mail time.
Yeah,
mostly mail time.
Mail time.
Well, no, it's all mail time. It's just 3 of them were female.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's spin it.
Is fee like let's go.
Like the fairy?
Let's go for the etymology here.
Fee, fi, fo, fum?
Fee would be a reduction, which is a patriarchal way of saying not male.
Which I hate that.
Yeah.
Why? But I'm not going to be that PC modern.
So feminists shouldn't call themselves feminists because the fee in the female is reductive and is making them less than by saying they're not male. We're all humans.
Yeah, humans.
That's why I prefer to say that I'm a humanist over a feminist.
Yeah.
Because I think we're all fucking equal.
Honestly, some days I wake up and I don't even want to be a human.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
let's be a dolphin. You can rape anything you want.
Yeah, and think we'll just leave one day.
Just raping a fucking leatherback sea turtle.
Well, one day we'll collectively leave. We'll find our people, our
So long and
people.
thanks for all the fish.
So long and thanks for all the fish.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You know where I was going with it. Number 4.
I didn't know where you were going with that, but I'm a huge Douglas Adams fan.
That's where I was going with it.
I figured.
That's why I said collectively we'll all leave.
Yeah. Well, once you said that, it just triggered me thinking of the dolphins leaving. So
and Chuck was triggered.
Yeah. Now I need a safe space.
I was just gonna say that. God damn it! Get out of my head.
Oh,
but yeah,
we're the most right-wing liberals. With some of the things that we say. No, I'm just kidding.
I know we're not that podcast, but just to quickly clarify, we're more classic liberal.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I hate PC culture
because how is that liberal?
No, it's not.
How are these newer liberals liberal? If anything, newer conservatives are turning more liberal. They're the ones wanting the freedom.
Yeah.
Weird.
Some of them are still fucking racist bastards.
That's the old school ones.
And so chauvinist bastards and fucking misogynistic assholes. And
that's the more traditional conservative types. We're more traditional liberal. We can make a joke.
I can take a
fucking joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I wasn't able to take a joke, I wouldn't be able to give the joke.
I could leave a joke too.
Yeah. I'll send a joke in the mail.
Yeah. I'll email it.
I'll put a joke in the female.
Put a joke.
That's what I call my penis.
I like to put a poke.
Joke.
I'll just put a poke in a female.
Pig and a poke?
Peen a poke.
All right. So
poke and a pee.
What's the next topic?
A little scoot in your boot.
I'll put a boot in your...
Little boot and scoot.
Yeah.
Scoot in the boots.
Dirty.
Yeah.
So what's the next one?
Okay, well, that covers it.
I think so.
Much, yeah. Extra dimensionals.
I think that ties into the first or the last one.
Kind of.
Yeah.
This is kind of like my Tulpa question.
Yeah.
But from the last time, so these all do connect.
It's like extra dimensional. Is that like taking a digestive?
No.
So like after you've eaten and you have like a
digestive.
Like I have a cigarette as a digestive.
Digestational. There you go.
Digestive.
This is kind of like so it is all connected, these three, because it's kind of like my Tulpa question from the last Spitball.
Okay.
What if everything paranormal is extra dimensional?
Yeah, I think we've already talked about that, though.
In a way.
Yeah.
No, but the question last time was, what if everything paranormal is a tulpa?
Okay.
That's a little less believable than everything. It might be extra dimensional.
I think that's more.
Yeah. I think there's
You're right. I think, so if we had a definitive answer on the tulpa one, I don't think it's all tulpa.
No,
it makes more sense that it would be.
I brought it up just to
If it were to be anything, I think it would be more aligned, and I think that also ties.
We
back
didn't
in.
really end the question on the extraterrestrial tulpa thing. I think some of these cases, because you were going there, you were heading there, but some of these cases of extraterrestrials being tulpa-like, because they see all this stuff in fiction, in science fiction and fiction, radio,
well, something
movies.
else. Well, that's what I'm saying.
It feeds it, and then they start creating this imagination of there's aliens.
Those with a higher ability
coming.
for those types of imagination. Yeah. Can say their children when they first hear it on the radio, and when they grow up and are able to put that into a creative career, and they start making films or whatever, and they've put their ideas into that, and
then there's a culture that has this,
and that builds on others. Creating things that are based off, because I think that there's no such thing.
And then it crosses over. I mean, because look how silly zombies are, and we'll do an episode on zombies one day. Look how silly they are, but yet there are people that believe in the possibility of zombies happening or already happening.
Right.
Happen. What? Same thing with the aliens.
Yeah.
Same thing with the So there are a lot of stories where it could have been just tulpas. Feeding the tulpa has a mind of its own. It's been fed for decades and decades.
Stop wobbling, you son of a bitch.
If not longer.
I was yelling at my microphone.
Not predating U.S. history. Feeding this story of these things coming down from. I mean, look at old tribes talking about space brothers coming down.
Well, if you look at it, I think I brought it up again. I always go back to previous episodes. But I think it's one with when Deathbed Confession was on.
Yeah.
I was talking about those tribes who, when they see an airplane, they'll see an airplane go over their village.
They don't know what it is. They've never seen nothing of that.
They build an effigy to it.
Yeah, and worship it.
Yeah, and they worship it like it's a god. Yeah. And it's just a fucking airplane.
These ancient civilizations could have seen legit UFOs, aliens, could have seen time travelers.
Could have seen something.
Could have seen just a Thunderbird. Maybe that cryptid existed.
We've established that.
Maybe the Thunderbirds were that particular cryptid. Maybe they did exist.
Shit. I mean, if you think about it, so how many years ago was the Thylacine last year? It was like in the 1930s, right?
Was it 20s or 30s?
One of those.
It was around there, yeah.
And then what? The dodo died out. People think that the dodo is like this ancient creature.
No.
It died out like 100 years ago.
Yeah, not that long ago.
There was dodos.
Yeah, around.
And they fucking killed them all off.
There's things that are endangered all the time.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that maybe
we've gotten better at
maybe
preserving
there was a turning point where this giant bird-like creature was at its precipice and got pushed off.
Yes.
And there are no more.
Yeah.
Like there are no more thylacines.
Dragons.
Yeah.
Maybe they thought they were dragons.
Maybe something.
Maybe they equated them to being a dragon.
And we killed the last one, but we didn't have the ability to describe it as well. And there was the population was so few. Because I mean,
because they were already on their way out.
Unless it's just a complete mass extinction.
Yeah.
There's got to be at least one living specimen somewhere that can be caught and killed. Or a handful of living specimens that could be caught and killed, and that's how they're decimated.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's what happened with the Tasmanian tiger. And there are actually reports that the Tasmanian tiger might have actually not completely gone extinct, and there are still some out there.
They can't find them.
There's people who've seen them.
Yeah, but they can't prove it.
Yeah, they can't prove it.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't prove it. You're right.
It's in Bigfoot realm still.
Yeah. Which kind of, if you think about...
So if they can't find them, I mean, okay.
Let's take a moment to think about...
Real quick. I know I was going to say this way earlier with the cryptid thing. I know we poo-pooed the whole idea of a Bigfoot hardcore on our cryptid episode. Lately, I've been kind of going back myself, and I know you have too, and the possibility of something like a Bigfoot being out there.
Yeah, because I mean, again, if there are people that... So we know that the thylacine existed.
Yes.
We have video evidence that it existed.
Yes.
Now, perhaps that at its height, it was more prominent and it was on a smaller area, such as Tasmania, which is a small island near Australia, that it was easier to see and encounter a thylacine. And we killed it off.
Yeah.
So there's a larger area for a creature like a Bigfoot to exist or a Sasquatch to exist.
But sadly, the best footage we have is the Peterson, what is it, Peterson-Gimlin footage from 1967?
Something like that.
Say.
But before then, perhaps there was an abundance of them, because there are Native American stories of these creatures, right?
Yeah.
So maybe there was an abundance of them, and they were killed off.
And you have your Yetis, too. I mean, you have, like I said earlier, you have tribes.
So I'm still on the fence on that one.
Civilizations around the world have all had their wild man, hairy man, monkey man, wood booger, Bigfoot, Yeti, and so on, Sasquatch.
I jumped off the fence on that episode, and then I found that the grass wasn't greener on the other side, and then I jumped back on the fence.
And this goes to show you the type of folks we are. We're coming at this more like scientific.
I mean,
because
if I had a way to go out there and actually find it, I would do it.
We haven't been able to go out and experiment, but based on what knowledge we had of it at the time, that's the conclusion we came to.
I wouldn't necessarily say
and that wasn't a set in stone conclusion.
Yeah.
We can
I wouldn't say
on
necessarily that it's scientific, but I think it's the proper way of having an open mind about things. Yeah. Because if evidence is presented,
that's more of a scientific mind. The scientific mind is kind of like an agnostic mind,
right? But I look at it as I guess you're right.
The door's wide open. I mean,
I just proved it right there. You gave me evidence, and I'm like, yeah, you're right.
See, we go back and forth on. I think, and that's. To me, that's the best way to be.
Yeah, and now I'm still not going to definitively say yes. There is a Bigfoot out there.
Honestly,
and it has these attributes and it does these things.
I would go as far as to say that most likely there's not. Yeah. That they're mistaking something else for it.
Well, yeah. Again, I think that something else is being mistaken for something else. Exactly. But something
has to be something.
Something has to be something. Something warrants us to think more about maybe there is, because we
rather than writing it off outright.
It's not like we're constantly in these areas where there's sightings of these creatures.
Exactly.
So they could easily be there and not be noticed.
And unfortunately and fortunately, depending on the way you look at it, they've been tied into so many other things. Like they're aliens, they're interdimensionals, extradimensionals. There's also the theory that they're highly enlightened and they just don't want civilization. They're just out in the woods and stuff, and they're smarter than us. That's why we can't track them. They're the trackers.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of other theories and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they could just be big animals. They could be apes.
Yeah. Yeah. Or ape-like creatures. We're ape-like creatures.
Yeah, exactly. It could be another offshoot.
Yeah.
We can't, but the problem...
It could be a missing link.
And the problem is, once again, like in all areas of paranormal, there's always hoaxes. Like Gimlin video of 67. That's
a hoax.
Hoax.
Yeah.
The dude, okay, to put this one to bed, the dude bought a suit.
Yeah.
A monkey suit.
Yeah. Wasn't it an orangutan suit or something like that?
Something like that. Like a well-known...
like an ape. Yeah.
Created it. Sent it to him. He even said it was for some kind of gag.
Yeah.
Or whatnot. So we'll do a Bigfoot episode soon.
We did.
Well, I mean, a full one.
Didn't we? Oh, no, that was just the cryptid episode.
No, that was just the cryptids overall.
Okay.
We poo-pooed Bigfoot like right off the bat.
Right. And then, along with Loch Ness.
Loch Ness.
Yeah. Nessie.
I want to do an episode on Nessie. I'll bring it up on an episode.
I don't think we need we already talked about it on this episode. I don't think it's even there.
I would bring it up on an episode about a plesiosaur, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if we'll ever get around to a plesiosaur episode.
Why would we? It's not a cryptid.
No, it's a dinosaur, an extinct one. So far as we know.
Actually, it's not technically a dinosaur, but that's all right. That's tomatoes and tomatoes.
From that time period.
Yeah.
There's dinosaurs of the sea.
Just like a pterodactyl isn't technically a dinosaur.
Well, technically it is.
Pterosaurs are not dinosaurs.
They're sources.
It's just in the name, but technically
they're terrible flying lizards.
Yeah.
Okay. Source.
That's etymologically.
That's in reptiles now.
Etymologically, yes.
They
would fall into the soar.
So just so you know, the soar is still now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still around here.
Yeah.
Just like
that chicken you're eating.
Well, here's the problem. Liquid chicken. I love my eggs. And then here's the thing. With animals now, do we put them all in the same category? No. There's birds, mammals, and reptiles, amphibians, and whatnot. And then stupid humans.
Turning the frogs gay.
Turning the frogs freaking gay. Goddamn
Alex
Jones. Oh, man.
Alex Jones and me.
Oh, yeah.
Telling each other conspiracies.
What was I saying? But yeah, so why does everybody just, they're dinosaurs? No.
Yeah. Exactly.
Different types of animals. Moving on to that extra dimensionals question again. Yeah, so what if everything, or most things paranormal, we won't say all, but what if most of the things paranormal, that's what ties them, is that they're extra dimensionals?
Well, I went to the store, and I went to go and to buy dimensionals.
Dimensionals?
When I got home, I noticed that there were like 3 extra dimensionals in there, so.
Oh, you didn't buy the String Theory brand where it's just like unlimited. It's
no.
like 11 and up.
No.
So you can buy them if you're 11 and up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dimensions. How would we, okay, real quick, just to jump on a dimension, because this is a spitball, just a side spitball.
Yeah.
Back to the Nate days when he was on the show and he had actually come to be on our show.
Yeah.
We got to get him back on sometime.
Yeah.
Other dimensions. Honestly, I think we've exhausted the amount of spatial dimensions. Come on, what else could there be other than the in-between? And in the in-between is still 2. You have your
it's theorized or hypothesized that there is an infinite number of dimensions. There's not just 4. There's not just...
I don't think it's any more than... I mean, how can there be any more than the 3 spatial? I know it's more because you can't perceive it. But still, I think it's just a different type because there's a lot of people that argue that time is a dimension.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe it's just a different type of dimension altogether. Where you have your time and your spatial, because you have your XYZ axis. You could have the in-betweens of that, but is it really another spatial dimension? Not really. It's a combination of 2.
I guess it depends on perspective.
Yeah.
But if we could physically visualize a real tesseract, it would probably fuck our brains up.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So
we
cannot the beings that can,
just so you know, everybody out there,
the concept of an actual physical tesseract,
because they're existing in a higher dimension.
Yeah, maybe they can perceive or even contemplate different dimensions that we wouldn't even think of.
Honestly, I'm a weirdo. I believe that we exist in some kind of 4th dimension, not counting time, and then we're observing the 3 dimensions and the dimension of time.
Yeah, well, isn't that kind of what Nate said with the 3-dimensional universe collapsing into a 2-dimensional black hole?
Yeah,
something like that.
You guys bantered back and forth about that. I was trying to get my fucking microphone to work so I could talk with you guys. Yeah.
And that was the Jeremy episode where I was taping a microphone.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right.
We had a lot of that in our early days.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there could be more than 3 spatial dimensions, but I'm not ruling out other possible types of dimensions around.
But maybe there's a dimension that's a combination of certain aspects of different dimensions. So
that's what I was. It's still moving. So maybe in 2 of the 3 spatial dimensions.
But maybe there's infinite combinations.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I think that would be more likely than there being an infinite number of individual dimensions, but perhaps an infinite number of combinations, just like numbers.
Even though I can't see it still and describe how it would be.
Because, if you look at numbers, there are 9, 10 numbers. There are 10 numbers. There's 0 through 9. Right?
One could look at those as
infinite amount of combinations of those numbers.
Yeah, because one could look at those as guides. You have a 0, which is a placeholder, and you have your 1 through 9. They're really just placeholders with infinite combinations.
And so maybe
that you can go from
4 dimensions is placeholders for an infinite number of combinations of those 4.
Yeah. But are those really extra dimensions?
Yeah.
I had this.
There would be dimensional planes of existence that we cannot perceive.
Yeah. Because of those combinations.
Yeah.
But if you move in the traditional 2 of the 3 at the same time, you're still there.
Yeah, but maybe that because of the combination, you can only perceive it in a certain way. Just like
to everybody else, you disappear.
Right. For example, with an individual who, like yourself, you're slightly colorblind.
Yeah.
There are certain color spectrums that you cannot visualize.
So to me, then it should become. Oh, actually, then it becomes a matter of. It becomes a matter of certain that different dimensions are subjective.
Yeah.
Because in that case, if
I think
that's
so.
what you're saying.
I think so, and I think that helps to the point where certain individuals can perceive these extra-dimensional creatures or beings or entities better than others.
Yeah, because if we want to be,
when you've got the box with the green 9 in it, in the blue circle, I can see it.
Yeah, some people can't,
and some people can't.
Exactly.
or the,
so
whatever.
That's just perceiving those standard dimensions differently.
Or like we were talking about with certain animals can see different spectrums.
But then, okay, so in that case, yeah, exactly, like birds. How do they see these rodents? It's not just that they have great eyesight. They're almost illuminated. They're neon. I mean, they light up. They see them.
Yeah.
So, but what you're saying is, and it doesn't discount that it's a different dimension, because it's a different dimension for a different individual. Because you have your standard dimensions that we're all within, regardless of sight. Regardless of sight, right. But color blindness separates two individuals looking at this dimension subjectively. So there's two different.
Well, and we can also take it to, and I know this probably.
I have another one that I'm trying to remember it because we keep moving on. I have another idea for another dimension I was trying to explain.
That's all right. I'm just going to say one more thing about it. I think this is going to make me sound like a shitty person, but an imbecile. Perceives the world differently than a more intelligent person.
Yes.
And I believe the more intelligence that you have, the better you are at perceiving reality.
Yeah. Well, and there's also highly gifted people that have a shitty sense of depth perception.
Yeah.
And they're highly intelligent.
Yeah.
There's also that. There's all these different levels, which then creates
it's a gradient.
An unlimited amount of subjective dimensions.
I think so. I think
I wonder if that phrase has been coined, the subjective dimensions.
I think us we should write it down.
Yes.
It's already been stated on the podcast. But I think that
of learning curse.
Individuals of our species may or may not be able to perceive more or higher planes of existence.
Yeah.
Just based off of...
Well, we have that. We have so-called mediums, too.
Well, I think that's all bullshit.
That's a whole other story.
But, I honestly think, so for example, when people smoke DMT, and we're going to be talking about that.
We were going to do a legit DMT episode separate from our little trilogy of afterlife and near-death OBEs and all that stuff.
Yeah. And I'm going to try and get my hands on some and experience it. But those individuals who have actually experienced that DMT trip... come back with stories that kind of some of
other dimensions. There's the thought. I mean, for people that don't know what we're talking about, there's the theory that DMT isn't just taking place in your mind, in your own reality, but it takes you to other realities.
And I think I kind of mentioned it the last time when we were kind of talking about DMT.
Look at Shaman.
I want to take my third hit.
Yeah.
Because it's the way they say it is that you take one hit and you hold it in for as long as you can.
Yeah.
And then, or 30 seconds.
Don't look in the mirror. Okay.
And then you're going to be on your ass.
Yeah.
But you got to will yourself to take a second hit. Mm-hmm. And then it feels like you're on a rocket ship flying through space. And then you have to will yourself to take a third hit to get past that point. To break through that barrier. To get to bust through the veil to get to that other dimension.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Left
I want to go on that trip.
But what if it's...
I don't even care. I don't even care if it's all internal.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
I just want to
in our DMT deep dive, I want to try to research as much as we can to look at both sides of it. Yeah. I mean, is it really other dimensions, or is it all in your head? Is it subjective reality?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what if it's just like the left temporoparietal junction where it's fucking with parts of your brain, making you lose track of where you are.
Oh yeah. I would believe
giving you that out of body experience.
I would really believe that more than you're actually
somewhere else
traveling to another location in another dimension. I believe that it's all in the mind.
Because that also suggests that the mind or consciousness can travel independent of your body, like an astral projection.
If collective consciousness is a thing, perhaps it allows you to tap into that collective consciousness.
Like it's a cloud.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And actually visualize it instead of actually
honestly, if that does
it.
exist, I think we're always attached to the cloud, but that's more of an in-depth version of it. Not an OBE, but then like an astral projection.
Yeah. It would be like if you could visually connect with your eyes to a Wi-Fi signal and see through the internet.
Only it's your third eye, which we'll talk about the pineal gland quite a bit, because the DMT, they think that DMT is coming from your pineal gland.
Yeah.
So that's...
What about my penis gland?
Your penis gland.
My penile gland?
Your pine cone gland.
You're a pine cone gland.
But yeah, we definitely got to cover that.
So you're going to say something about another dimension?
Okay. Here's an idea, and I still can't completely conceive of how it would look. But what if this?
You said conceive.
What if one of these?
That means sex.
Yes, exactly. No, that's making the baby.
Making the baby.
Making the baby.
You do that with sex,
and you make it a rape.
Yeah.
So what if one of the other possible hypothetical dimensions is being able to be in multiple places at one time, seeing from different perspectives, like birds subjectively, and other creatures too. Have another subjective dimension. Their eyes see independent sight.
Yeah.
Like wherever their eyes are focused.
Spiders have 8 eyes?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So is that another subjective reality? I mean, no, another subjective dimension?
It could be.
Because they're seeing it.
And with like snakes have 2 eyes, but they also detect visual cues with their tongue.
Exactly.
So
combine, what is that?
the hell do they have eyes for?
Not synesthesia, but combining 2 of your senses.
Yeah.
Still, creating another reality.
But I think we always do that anyway.
Yeah, we do that. We do that naturally.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you walk around in the dark, eyes closed, no light whatsoever, no photons of light are getting in this room, you're going to notice.
Yeah.
It's going to hinder you.
Yeah. Because after a while, you'll get accustomed to it, and then your body will be able to overcompensate for the most part.
Yeah.
At least enough. But anyway, so I think that talks about that subject.
But
we talked about like 17 subjects
exactly.
Just now.
That was another road altogether with the dimensions.
That's a whole nother story altogether.
But it's on my face.
Oh my God, that was so. I forgot about that. Holy shit. Would you like Mr. Wayne, would you like to sit on my face? Oh shit, that was so funny.
If you like me to, I'd sit on my own face. But call back. Yeah. You don't know what episode it is. Go hunt.
I'll just tip forward and roll and sit on my face.
Rolls. Yeah.
Anyway,
exactly. Self-centipede.
Yes. It's a donut.
But yeah, exactly. But yeah, but the dimension thing plays into this. Extra dimensionals.
Yeah.
Extra dimensional beings.
Yeah.
What if they account for a good number of paranormal things? And what if, because so many of these cases, ghosts, demons, aliens, cryptids, boom, they're here, boom, they're gone.
Yeah.
Where are they just moving into other dimensions?
Could be.
Moving in and out like it's no thing. Like, why can't they see me?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
We spend so much time on the other ones, it's like, all right. Yeah, that sounds right. Sounds about right.
Sure. I mean, honestly, with that one, who knows? Like, it could be. It could very well just be that none of it exists. But there's been enough encounters with things
that something has to be something.
That something has to be something. Yeah. Yep.
That's going to be on a shirt sometime soon.
That's a great idea for a t-shirt. I don't know why we didn't think of that earlier.
Exactly. We just thought of it now. 10 years ago for whoever's listening to this a decade from now.
Yeah, wearing something has to be something shirt.
All worn out is their first edition of the shirt.
It's got Norm on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Norman Rockwell.
Yeah.
Storm and Norman.
Yeah.
But I think that wraps it up.
I think so. I think that puts a condom on it.
Yeah, this is the longest spitball so far.
I think so.
We got to get the guys back on a few of them, and then we'll do a spitball.
Not that I don't enjoy our banter, but
a spitball with a shit ton of us would be fun.
I even think just a specialized episode or a specific topic
for the spitball
with everybody.
Everybody. I think these spitballs could be one topic, multi-topic. I mean, it's gonna be whatever we want to just. Whenever we didn't research and we just fucking make up on the spot. Yeah, as our spitballs.
I think it's fun. Anyway,
spitballs.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
That'll do her manure.
Yeah, go ahead and hit us up on all of the medias that are social.
Subscribe, share, follow, like. It sounds like a rap, but it doesn't rhyme.
Yeah, tell your friends about it.
Tell your friends.
Tell your parents about it.
Tell your exes.
Yeah. And email us at learningtocurse@gmail.com. If you have any stories, please send them on over to us.
We would love to hear them. We would love to. We got one on Facebook.
We would read them. I don't think we would necessarily hear them unless one of us read them out loud to each other.
Well, we're going to hear them at that point. We will hear it at that point.
Yeah.
And then everybody else will hear it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be funny fun, and we won't be mean, but we'll tell you what we think. Yeah. We'll theorize. We'll spitball on your story.
Okay. And just to leave you on this note, if you're going to be masturbating a lot, go ahead and use as much lube, lotion, something to, keep the chafing down. The dried skin, flaky skin. You don't want to see that on your penis.
Yes.
You rub your bean too much, it might fall off.
If you're in school,
you pushing the devil's doorbell.
Make some literal spitballs.
Yeah, make some literal spitballs, and then shoot them at your teacher. Shoot them into your vagina, and have yourself a great night or day or whatever the fuck
Hanukkah.
time it is. Yeah, Hanukkah. Yeah.
We're gonna do a Christmas episode.
We are?
Santa.
Did we already talk about Santa in like one of the first episodes?
But yeah, making fun of it. But we gotta do a Santa / Krampus episode, and also Halloween is coming soon.
My ass.
We're doing lots
Santa baby.
We did that. That's what we did.
Yeah.
And how he was a creepster. Like he's some kind of. How does he see everybody while they're sleeping? That's creepy.
That is creepy. Fucked up.